Hey guys, Coach Hunter here with Dylan helping me out today, working on another kickboxing fundamentals video. Today we are going to be talking about knees, okay? The straight knee specifically, or broadly just usually the most common knee, okay? So if you're hearing fights, people calling for knees, I mean this is most commonly what you're talking about. So we're talking about two different kinds of footwork for the knee, okay? A retraction footwork, where we're returning to our stance, and stepping through our marching knee, okay? And then broadly, we're also going to be talking about a long knee that is unattached, where we're just at range hitting a knee, and an attached knee or a grip knee where I'm grabbing my partner. Not in a full clinch, but just grabbing some part of them so I can have some kind of hands-on control, okay, getting hands-on with our opponent. There's a lot of different terminology. I try to use a broad array of it. That way, if you guys are looking for more material on this, you can find it if you can. If one term doesn't come up on a search you're looking for, try another one. Every coach has their own terminology, so it gets a little confusing. So let's go ahead and get into it. So guys, broadly speaking, I'll stand this stance here. The most powerful knee comes from our rear side leg, okay? We're driving our kneecap through our target, okay? A couple of important points here. The first is that I want to sharpen my knee. That is, pull my heel to my tailbone as I'm throwing this. It does two things for me. The first, my kneecap, if you ever have like a loose, like long leg, you can kind of like shift your kneecap around a little bit. It's like loose. So your kneecap is loose. Hitting something with a loose kneecap, not so great, okay? You're gonna be potentially hurting your own knee, okay? The second thing is when I pull my heel back, it like locks down into place, so it's solid, and it becomes a solid target. But the other thing I'm doing here, you can see, if I hit this knee with a loose leg, my foot might come up and hit him in the groin, or at least look like it did. So often you'll see fighters get hit in the body and they're like, oh, my groin, and they fall to the mat and they're acting like the guy fouled, right? And the referee, if it looks kind of like your foot was there, they may call it that. However, if I pull my heel back, it's clearly a knee to the body. A good referee should see that and be like, nah, keep going, right? So don't give your opponent the excuse to get a free 5-minute break, right? So really, really important tactically, and when it comes to this combat sports, and also just safety-wise for your own knee, okay, to pull that heel back. The other thing I'm doing here with the basic knee is not using just my hip flexor, which you see all the time. See how my shoulders stay over my hips? I'm just pulling up, but this is all just hip flexor, which is the smallest group of muscles, okay? And there's not very much power there. Whereas if I'm driving my hips through, so using the glutes, the hamstring, my posterior chain on my planted leg, in this case my right leg, okay? So my shoulder is gonna move back past my hips. Ooh, now there's some power, okay? I'm driving with my big muscle groups in my butt, my hamstring, my calf, okay? I'm coming up into the ball of my foot just a little bit here on my planted leg. You can see I'm moving him. There's power there. That's gonna create ouch for my opponent. When I'm throwing this, I'll keep my hands up. So this is an unattached or long knee, where I'm out here at punching range, boom, throwing my knee, okay? Totally fine. I do need to think about pushing my knee inward a little bit, okay, instead of straight up. If I go straight up, he's not there, right? So I'm here, boom, going into him a little bit, like that. My lead leg has the same footwork considerations as the kick. We talked about this in our lead or round kick video. So I can either step through, turning it into my rear side knee, basically. Step through, knee, step back, step back. Or I can quick switch, like I would for a round kick. Or I can do a lift knee, just straight to the target. It's a lot harder to generate power that way, because it's in the lead position. I like that one if someone's shooting for a takedown, say, and they're dropping into it, they're adding their energy, dropping onto the knee one more time as they come in. So it's a nice little like short pop when someone's dropping into, like, say, go for a takedown or they're sinking low. But generally you're gonna step through and throw that knee and turn it into the rear knee, because that's more power, okay? So those are our long knees unattached, okay? We also can get our hands on. As I say, usually it's gonna be the same hand as the knee I'm throwing. So my left knee's gonna go, so my left hand reaches out, grabs anywhere from shoulder to the back of the head, the neck, doesn't really matter. I'm grabbing. I'm pulling him into the knee. So I'm pulling down on his shoulder as I throw the knee. So I'm adding that force of my pull to the impact of the knee. Grip, boom. Also the benefit of looking like a punch. Often you'll get people kind of defending this punch when I'm actually going past their head and I'm gripping their body, pulling them into the knee. So it kind of brings their hands up so they're not defending their body, okay? Of course this could be to the head as well. Now if I'm throwing my right knee, I'm stepping through whatever footwork I'm using, I'm grabbing with my right hand, pulling into the knee. So, in all the knees I've done thus far, I've been doing basically retracting my legs back to my original stance. Everything we just did can be repeated. If my opponent moves away from me, as common, I blast him with a hard knee, he steps away, I step through to my opposite stance. So I'm following him. And usually we're looking for a follow-up of strikes with further kicks, knees, whatever, okay? So same thing now with the rear knee, following through. Marching knee is what we often call this as well. I can do the lead, stepping back through. So whatever knee I'm throwing, stepping through. Same thing with the attached knee. So knees are a basic tool, but if you've never done one before, you have to work on that basic form. You can do it on a heavy bag, you can do it with a partner, you can do it in the air. Just throwing knees, videotape yourself, or look in the mirror. Make sure that heel is being pulled back to our tailbone. Our hips are traveling forward. Okay? We're not here, where it's all just my hip flexor muscles. Because those are weak, those are small, not gonna really do any damage, okay? So guys, like this video and subscribe to for our channel for all of our content. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you on the mats.